Evening, everyone. Welcome to round 2 of the Australian NASCAR eSeries Truck Series, coming to you live tonight from Daytona International Speedway. We've got a full field of trucks of 40 to serve a field in less than 2 minutes, and it's going to be an action-packed night of racing. And joining me in the booth tonight is no other than the best commentator in the land, Bryce Meddings. How are you, Bryce?
I'm going good, Nigel. How are you tonight?
I'm excited for this. Really am. With the announcement this week of the Australian NASCAR championships that's going to be joining us here in the A Series, it's certainly brought a different vibe to the series, and yeah, we're fully full with a full field of trucks. That's a tongue twister and a half.
Absolutely. No, the Australian NASCAR qualifying series that's going to be running in September, I'm looking forward to it. I'll be racing in it myself, and I know there will be a lot of others racing in it as well. So, everyone, if you haven't already got the news, or if you aren't a part of the Discord, Facebook pages, make sure to go get on those. A lot of information gets put out of those every week regarding not only the new series we have running, but also our existing series, the X series, on Tuesday nights and Friday night trucks. So make sure to go there, get in it. Discord link is available right here. Or not.
Unfortunately, I can't run in that series as I'm the race director. So, but I'm jealous. I'm jealous.
We'll get you out there in some fashion soon, Nigel. I know you've
100%.
relinquished
But you know
your
what?
driving duties to come help
I
me
have,
up in the box.
I have, but that's
So,
okay. I don't mind. I don't mind.
no,
Everyone else can have
we
the fun. I can do this an official during the week.
absolutely no. We really appreciate everything you do, man. It's amazing league and an amazing environment. Anyone who's interested in getting into NASCAR on iRacing who lives in the Australian region, hell, even if you live overseas, we have multiple drivers connected from the States. Well, we have one driver from the States tonight and multiple who run from all around the world who join us very early in the morning. It's a massive shout out to Ron Thompson, who it's quite early in the morning for him over in the States right now, and he's got on to do some racing at Daytona. So if you're really interested in jumping in and getting in a good environment with a bunch of great drivers, come race in the Australian NASCAR eSeries.
That indeed, it's going to be a fantastic night racing. I'm looking forward to it so far. The X Series champion, Loki Yukushio, I hope I pronounced that right, is leading the way with a 46-1 in practice. Henry King, David Lawler, Angus Lawford, and Brian Blundell are your top 5 in practice, all getting practicing now. We did do a series earlier in the year from Super Speedway Saturday where we were going 3 wide here at Daytona. So hopefully we can get back to that form, and it's going to be a great night to see if we can do that for multiple laps. We're in for a cracking night with only 5 seconds left in practice.
Absolutely. Have most people dive into the pit lane, finish what they're doing before we move into qualifying. So as the drivers are going through and doing their qualifying laps, try and get on board with some of them. But oh, there we go. As it takes over, we got Andrew Dyson. Should be with the lane. We'll jump around and look for a couple. So this is Brandon Cooch Griffiths.
He's new to the series. Pocono, the first race left. He led multiple laps. He was right up the front until he had to have that late pit stop, which took him out of contention. But Project 96 or 93, I think their team's called. Off the top of my head, I'm not sure. They're joining us now. There's a group of them, and we welcome them to the series. Showing some good form early, and hopefully they can put these things up the front, and let's see what they can do in the draft.
Absolutely. So he's rolling around for his fire. As he's doing that, we're going to go through our picks for tonight. So Nigel, Who have you got tonight to win the race?
Well,
It's Daytona. Anything can happen.
my tip for tonight. Now, I'm gonna go a little bit off field here. I'm gonna pick one of our road course specialists. Now, he's shown some incredible form on the ovals of late, and they're putting a lot of work into their ovals program to get up to speed. But my tip tonight is Aaron Gilbert.
Aaron Gilbert. So just talk to us a little about Aaron Gilbert and him in the series so far. Like he's been a long time runner, ran with us last season, did really well in the points overall.
He is a they've done a lot of work, and they are V8 supercar drivers from Team Jinx Shifters. So I also like to thank Team Jinx Shifters for coming on board. I've got a Jinx Shifter myself, and they actually are really good, sturdy things. They come from the V8 side, and they decided to come over and join us and do some ovals, and they've certainly showed everyone how it's done on the road courses. They don't miss. They're going to be a team to beat this year. The X Series has been where they've been really strong, but they've decided to come over and join us on the trucks this season, which is going to be we're in for a treat.
Absolutely. And speaking of his teammate, as we roll into my pick for the winner tonight, I'm putting my tips on Henry King, teammate of Aaron Gilbert in the Jinx Shifters cars. Last season, he did really well here at Daytona. And I reckon he's going to have a big night and he's going to get right out to the front and have a crack at winning this race.
100%, 100%. He finished in the top 10 at Daytona last time, so he was up the front for a few laps as well. So he knows how to draft, and he knows how to work it. So Team Jinx Shifters, let's go.
Absolutely. Not even that. I'm pretty sure he was a face in the playoffs last season's in both in the Xfinity series with his wins, getting him all the way, I think, to the championship for. Off the top of my head.
I think you're correct. Nah, it's going to be a great night. It's going to be an absolute cracking night. So far, Daniel Stevens is leading the way with a 50.594. Adam Malone, Andrew Dyson, Mark McNamara, Andy Barber. But that's the other two. Do not rule out Southern Stars Esports when it comes to super speedways. They are fast. Missing their Tom Pritchard tonight, who's one of their best, and he's an unbelievable pusher on a super speedway. But you got Andy and Adams. That's they'll be up the front all night. They're going to show the way. So, and they're up the front. They're going to start up the front. So hopefully they might miss a little bit of the stuff down the back. So as qualifying continues with 33 seconds left.
I believe everyone has most people have gone out and set a lap, and those who haven't electing to start in the pit lane. So as we wait for the session to roll over into the race, we'll just talk about a bit of what happened last season, who finished where, and what we could expect from some of the drivers tonight.
Well, last season we had Beat the Dark up the front with Luke Wilson and Brett Hobbs in the Daytona race, and Andy Barber was third. The one and only Bryce Meddings finished fourth. With Lockie and Rubens finished sixth. Colin Burns was seventh. Dave Douglas was eighth. Scott McClintonk was eighth. Ninth, and Henry King round out your top 10. So we're in for there's a few starters there that are going to be up the front early tonight. So yeah, it's going to be interesting. Another team not to rule out tonight is Nitro. There's a Nitro Racing. I've got a few drivers, and I think there's 6 of them there tonight. That's all and DPR as well. Ryan Jones, Andrew Dyson, and Stevie Williams. They're very good at doing this too. So it's actually the ultimate team event. This is probably the one race of the year where you don't have a teammate, you're gonna struggle.
Absolutely, teamwork very important here tonight at Daytona. Pushing, pulling, you're going to have a lot of different fuel running at the same time, so you have to manage your fuel to get through. I think we're looking at a 32 lap stint tonight for cars out in the lead of the race. And anyone further on back, they're looking around from 32 to 35 laps per stint.
So there'll be a lot of fuel saving to hopefully see if they can do this on 2 stops.
Absolutely. All right, I'll
So Dan Stevens has taken pole. As we get the grid up, can you get the grid up there, Ross?
stand by. It's having a bit of a freeze.
It's having a moment.
Yeah, it's having a moment. 2 seconds there. Should be able to just read it from your timing screen.
Well, you think I'd actually have my timing screen loaded up, wouldn't you?
Absolutely. Stand by for technical difficulties. Here we go. They're here now.
There we go. Coming out of on pole position is Dan Stevens. You can run through them, Bryce, because I'm about to cough.
Got Dan Stevens in P2. We have Adam Malone, Che Mello, and Andrew Dyson on your second row. Stephen Williams and James Kai Klink on your third row. Fourth row, we've got Mark McMahon and Angus Murphy and Brian Jones round out your top 10. Ron Thompson and Brad Eichner bring out 11 and 12. So wait for it to scroll up. We've got Craig Burns, Aaron Dorn, 13, 14. 15th, Jason Holber, 16, Maxine Marshall. Connor Nixon in the 17th position, Aaron Gilbert in 18th. Nick Ryan and Elvin Clark round out row 10.
I can do some now. I've stopped coughing.
I believe that's all it's going to want to show us. I don't think anyone else. It's not rotating through.
Hang on. Where'd we get up to? Oh, my screens. So where'd you get up to?
There we go. It's rolling now. So 21, John Bradshaw.
Henry King starts out of position 22 with the Jinx shifters car. David Lawler runs out of 23rd, 24th. Brendan Griffiths from Project 36. 25th is Chris Stelmark, 26th. Dean Power, who did show a strong showing at Pocono for round 1. 27, Noddy Tompkins. 28, Full Send Motorsports, Alex Wilson. Hayden Green starts out of position 29. Marty Mitchell from Limit Basher Racing starts out of position 30. Ruben Phelps, the previous series champion from SRM Australia, starts out at 31st. 32nd, Blundell Sim Racing's Tim Blundell.
We've got Brian Blundell in 33rd, followed by Lachlan Acugio in 34th. Matthew Budd in 35th. We're rolling into the race.
And we're green flag is in the air.
We're racing. It was a bit delayed, but we're there. Daniel Stevens out front from Che Mello and Andrew Dyson. Stephen Williams in 4th on that outside lane. Oh no, sorry, on the inside lane.
And just look at what DPR is going to do here. There's the 3 trucks up the front there. They'll work their way into position to get themselves their team in a row. But Dan Stevens does lead the way. Che Mello, now he is a super speedway specialist. He spends a lot of time on doing these. So watch him towards the end of the race. It's going to be he's going to be interesting to see what tricks he's got up to sleeve with his Nitro team.
Absolutely, everything is going to come down to the team game here. Who can push? Who can get as much speed running in a different car? Because you have the ability to do some things when you're running with other people and you're coordinating. So we'll bring out a lot of strategy for those with teammates tonight. Those who are running individually, they're just going to have to find someone to work with. You're just going to have to pick out who you can trust.
100%. And, just make sure you stay in that draft. You do not lose that draft at any cost. And if you do, you're going to get put a lap down. I think it's within 10 laps, you will go a lap down here. So it's important that you, everyone stays together as Dan Stevens looks like he's comfortable in front. Che Mello's going to just tuck in behind there with Stevie Williams in 3rd place there as they come around to turn number 4 in lap lap 3.
Lap 3 of 95. Here we go. Single filed out. There's a small group at the front who have broken away from the rest of the pack, who are running 2x2. So at the moment, there's nothing really to worry about regarding that. There's enough cars in that second group to catch back up, but it's big signs early that the front group just want to get away.
As we head down towards the back of the field, it looks like it was a bit of a messy start there for everyone. It seems that the pack has broke out already after 4 laps. This is going to be interesting to see. The teammates are going to have to work together. There's going to be a lot of chat on the radio, trying to get everyone back together. But we've got this group, this middle group here. They're too wide. They're in formation. They'll be trying to save fuel. They're going to be trying to do this on the 2 stops. Now, if the window's between 32 and 35, they want to maybe sit in the draft, be on half throttle, and save 2 or 3 laps of fuel, which will then get them to that lap 95. Just remember, there is three green white checkers too. So if there's that late caution, that has to be come into the fuel calculations as well.
Absolutely. A couple of people to mention tonight. McNamara, sorry about the pronunciation there. He's new to the series this season, already running up in the top 4 at Super Speedway.
100%, and he's in a good position now there too, because he knows there's DPRs up there with 3 cars, so he knows that they're going to be working together. Che Mello is probably one of the best pushers in the fields up there as well, so he's in it with a good group of guys that they just want to sit in formation there now, and they're just going to count down the laps. He's got to get to that last 10 to 15 laps, then start making your moves. So it's going to be, we're in for an interesting finish. This middle pack is interesting though. They're still too wide. A little bit everywhere at the moment, not really in formation. It's
But everyone back to, so they're running 2 wide all the way back until I think around P19. 2 wide, and then you got off the back of those. But these guys all falling off the front runners of the group. Again, it's really early on in this race. We're expecting cautions here tonight. It is Daytona. It's a matter of when, not if, the big one comes, and when it comes, how many people is it going to collect tonight?
And that's the thing. Everyone has to be pretty much on the ball the whole time. Keep those formations lines in place. You can go 3 wide here. There's no reason why we can't go 3 wide racing. It's been done before. So we're in for an interesting time.
Absolutely. You can go 3 wide racing here. However, it's like the later you leave that, the more fatigue and the more mental strain you're going to be under. It's not only 95 laps. It's not a full 500 mile race like the Daytona 500 that the Cup Series does. However, you're still going to get tired. You're still going to be working. That it's so close. It's so stressful. Your brain's going to be a bit out of it by the end, and it leaves you open to mistakes. So as the race goes on, and when the desperation gets up, and that's when you want to go 3 wide, it's going to really show who's got the ability and the skill to actually get up there, hold their line, and make sure they can get through safely and reap all the rewards of their practice.
100%. It's going to be interesting to see what strategies play out. Who is going to pit earlier to
Who's going to pit earlier? Who's going to stay out longest? Tyres at Daytona, not really necessary. You'll find most drivers won't take them. If they do take them, generally it's only the left side tyres. Depends on how much running you get, and if you've been through a spin or you've had to lock it down, you may choose to replace your whole set just because you've worn them a bit more. But regular racing shows that tyres aren't really a factor here, so it'll be more about when they come to top off for fuel and when they pit to get out of the main pack and maybe form their own train to either short pit or late pit and just make a gap.
100%.
Now, this front group is gone, and the second group, they've all decided to go single file at this point, so they'll probably start catching up now, because 2x2 is probably going to be a bit more draggy. It's not going to be as quick.
Now, is this going to through the start what the delay was and what's caused this thing, and it looked like our second place car, Andrew Dyson, decided to stop on track, and everyone didn't go past. I'm just going through it here now. I'm just and then went to catch up later, and no one saw him that he stopped. So that's the reason why we've got such this train of cars everywhere at the moment. So it's yeah.
Absolutely, and I think you can see on the back of Dyson's car, if we right on board here with Maxi Marshall, should be able to see some damage to the rear of that 47.
Yes, there is a quite a which will be hurting that aero, the aero hot side of that there. So he may struggle later in the run if he doesn't get that damage fixed. So he's probably thinking we get a caution now to get that fixed, and away we go again.
Absolutely, it would also depend if he has someone up his tail, giving him a bit of a push, it may not be too big of an impact. So he'll be feeling that in the car right now. However, it's always safe just to come in if you get a caution, then just absolutely take a look. You're going to lose nothing. Just good track position.
Oh, and I reckon we've got a car off the track. We've got one of the chick shifters cars.
Aaron Gilbert falling down the order. He's gone to the infield. See if we can grab that one. Grab that one again. And Aaron Gilbert for a trip down the order. He's rolling again. But he has got some steering there. Oh, he might not have it so. But he's off the pack and he's lost the draft. So close racing, pulled out one of our favourites for the race.
there goes our sports bet. Buddy.
The multi is off.
Multi's gone.
I believe it may have been contact between Evan Taylor. Oh, he was late to the party. So what happened?
Brendan Griffiths, I think, was behind him and just wasn't. I'm not sure what happened, to be honest. I wasn't paying attention or something. He got hooked and away he went. I think
here it is on board. Just too much coming out of the corner. He didn't judge the speed.
And I think that's the thing with super speedways, Bryce, is that you can't push through the corners. You can only do it along the straights. Otherwise, you will be in trouble if you're not experienced in that area. So that's yeah.
Absolutely, especially at that stage of the corner. You're like the rear. If you get under the car and pull it up off the tarmac, which is exactly what it did, picked up the rear tires and they lost traction and around it went. Absolutely, the worst place you can push someone is right on the exit of the corner. You can push them a little bit after, but you don't really want to push them there. As we see the 999 car getting out of the way for the race leaders there. So 999, I think it's the 999 of Dean Powell going a lap down early on in this race.
And that's a good move though. Like don't get with the packs coming, just hop out of the way. That's the best thing to do. Hop in line. Hopefully, then if there's a yellow that does come out, you're the lucky dog, and then your race starts again. As this second pack here is got another little breakaway happening there. Looks like Maxi Marshall, one of the Blundell boys.
We got
Noddy Tompkins is in there as well, I see, and Connor Nixon.
Absolutely. So we got Connor Nixon in the O2 machine, or the 2 machine, sorry, not the O2 anymore. We got Brandon 236 of Brandon Griffiths and we got caution. As the drivers make their way in, we'll have a look at the yellow flag. We have a few people crashing, so this may be it. Up into the wall, Dean Powell. Just 13 car of David Lawler getting turned around and then getting a nice old kiss from Brian Blundell. So I'm not sure if that happened under caution or that was the reason for the caution here tonight. But it would make sense if that was the reason. Car perpendicular on track, never going to be safe. Throw the caution out. And that's going to put a big dent in strategy here tonight, Nigel.
100%
Big
it
dent
is.
in strategy.
But you know, if you could come down here and you top off, which would get you to lap 50, which then if you get another caution off, if it was me, I would be coming to pit road. I would be topping up with fuel. Um,
Absolutely.
there's no harm unless you want that track position. But the way the race is going, this will not be a caution-free race.
Here's your stint lengths for those in the top 10. No one's stopped as of yet, or it's top 5, sorry. No one's stopped as of yet. 14 laps on these tyres. It will be interesting to see who decides to come down the lane, as it looks like Che Mello and Stephen Williams, they're going to come down. Oh,
Oh,
Daniel Stevens as well. So it looks like the entire field at this point coming down the lane. No one has stayed out yet. Chris Demley, he's staying there. I think the only ones we may see stay out are those who are a lap down looking to get the wave by this time around. So as we roll with Daniel Stevens into a stall, he's got the number 1 stall, should be able to get a good launch out of here.
let's see who. Well, who will see who takes tyres and who doesn't.
No tyres there for Daniel Stevens, and I don't think most of the grid will do the same. I think Che Mello got a very slow stop.
Everyone else must be taking tyres. Everyone must be taking tyres, I reckon, Bryce.
I think so.
Oh,
I
no.
think all these
No.
times are a bit too short.
Yeah, sorry.
pull
No,
them
no,
up
I'm
and have
looking
a
at
look.
I'm looking at the wrong screen. I'm looking at the wrong screen. Stevie Williams and 8.32 is his pit time. Then you get down into the sevens of Noddy Tompkins and Matty Budd. They've got some quick times. I reckon Brendan Griffiths took tyres. He was 14.7. Angus Lawford took tyres. Chris Stelmark and Colin Burns took tyres, and Aaron Gilbert took tyres as well. Then there'll be a few in there fixing their damage at the moment. I see Adam Malone, Jace, Andrew Dyson, Andy Barber are still in that pit time, so they must be getting a little bit of damage fixed somewhere along the line.
Absolutely, Brian Blundell, Tim Blundell as well. They're both coming out of the pit lane now. Maybe they're just ordering themselves to get back into a good position. We've got Henry King still in the pit lane as well. Same with Jason Holdsworth. Brandy Minshall, who faces the series, he's also in the pit lane. Just waiting for all these guys to come back out. But your new running order is Daniel Stevens, Che Mello, Stephen Williams, Ryan Jones, Ron Thompson, Connor Nixon, Mark McNamara, Matthew Budd, Noddy Tompkins, and Nick Ryan in your top 10. So it has shuffled and it has negated all the work that front group of about 8 cars did earlier on in this race to get away. Because they look to be in a prime position. Just run away with the rest of this race if we went green.
We're in for an interesting time. Now that Andrew Dyson's just in the chat saying then that his ignition turned off and he couldn't find the button to get started, and that's what the delay was at the start. So that explains that one, why we had a little bit of a pile-up, but these things happen. That's the reason why he's in pit lane getting his damage fixed, and he'll be back out in 31st.
Got a bit of a livery watch here, Nigel. Gonna go through the field and try and pick out some of the best liveries on the.
Well, I like the jig shifters one. Those paints are really nice. There's also Connor Nixon's is not too bad, and then you've got there was another one I saw too. I don't know who they all are sometimes. Lockie's and Rubens look really good, and the SRM boys, their paints look good. Southern Stars always do a great paint too. They do new paints for every season. Andy Barber's and Adam Malone's always look really good. Tom and Darren's look great as well, with the Twist X on them, and their RBI trading cards. And I try to go through all the sponsors where I can to give everyone a little shout out now. full send motorsport cars look really good. The DPR boys always look great with all of their matching paints, which is great to see.
This pace car is in this
Ooh,
time
we're
by.
going racing.
We're going
We're
back
going
to
back
green.
racing.
Lap 18.
Green.
Here we go. Daniel Stevens leads the field away with Stephen Williams and Toe Che Mello. Not a good start on the outside line. Immediately abandoned by Jones, who
But
favours
his
to get in
teammate,
behind his teammate. Yep.
Connor Dixon, they'll work together. Yeah, Che.
Absolutely. We'll have a bit of a team battle up the front here now. Nitro Racing and DPR. So DPR. We got a bit of a Daniel Stevens outlier in that group, but that's okay. He's doing well controlling that inside lane. Not too much pressure just yet, but you do think Connor Nixon's going to get right on the back of Chamel and they're going to have a crack at getting into the lead of this race.
100%, and the SRM, Matthew Budd as well in there as well. They've got two, but you've got Ron Thompson's up there too, which is another Nitro teammate of Connor Nixon and Che Mello as well. So he's just sitting in there as well, at the fourth car on the inside line. I think he's going to just leave a little bit of a gap here. I wouldn't be at all surprised if he'll make a bit of a the boys are going to the front. So Matthew Budd's come down.
Matthew Budd came down, abandoned the two on the outside. They're not going to have much speed left to contend this race until Ron Thompson slides up to the outside. No, we'll stay down. It's all going on. Connor Nixon to the inside, leaves Che Mello, but at the same time, Ryan Jones came to the outside, and now Ryan Jones has been abandoned. Miscommunication station.
The radios and the spotters would be running overtime at the moment. Where Dan Stevens, he's strong. He's solid out in front. Stevie Williams is in second. Matthew Budd third. Che Mello fourth. Connor Nixon fifth. Ryan Jones sixth. Ron Thompson seventh. Ryan and 8. McNamara. Lockie Lacuscio is now in 9th and 10th is McNamara. Oh, that change of positions. I can't keep up, Bryce.
They're swapping around. They're both side by side. Position's going to change every time. Can't keep up. They're making too many moves now. It was easier on the start of this race. They were spread out. Now they're moving around. Jumping jacks. On the outside there. So Ryan finally got some support from, I believe that's Nick Ryan in behind him. So Nick Ryan and Ryan Jones are going to work this outside lane and try and pull it to the front. You've got the SRM teammates of Lockie Acugio and Ruben Phelps right tucked in behind them. And then you've got the 236 of Brandon Griffiths for Project 36.
Speaking of paints, I like the Ruben's SRM gold paint for his championship last year. I like that paint. I've done a good job. I think Lockie does their paints. I'm not sure, but I think he's in charge of the paint department. And he does a really good job. It's great to see all these paints in the series.
No, they're absolutely great to see. Like, these beautiful ones. I know Lockie runs the gold truck himself. Xfinity car himself for the Xfinity series on Tuesday nights, being the prior champion of that series. So there's a few gold cars and they look beautiful in either one. As we have a back marker coming up to the field. Hopefully it's not Henry King. It's Brad Eichner, who's just staying to the inside, staying down low, making it easy for the rest of the field to go by. And it's 3 wide, so it's a little bit dangerous, a little bit sketchy. Everyone's going to be holding their breath, but they all seem to make it through so far with no harm, no foul. Now, if you're the lap car here, you can also take the apron if you wanted to get all the way off the road. That would be perfectly fine. And if you just want to cycle through to the back, you just got to make sure you don't lose that draft, because staying with the pack is ultimately the goal. It's kind of causing a bit of a rift here as the drivers further on back are getting caught up trying to get past Eichner. Maxi Marshall having a very hard time getting by.
Well, the pack is still back together now, though, so that's the main thing. The top 30 cars are all within a second of each other, so that's and the two.
Oh,
And
Andrew Dyson getting into it.
the 283 got a little bit loose coming out of the corner there, and we're not going to bring the caution out, but some of the back cars are going to get caught out by this if they don't get all caught back up in a little bit of a pack to get some drafts. They're going to get caught up in this. Nah, I think they all. Yep, they're going
They've
to
all
lose the
made it
draft out
through.
of this.
The good thing for those cars at the back of the field, sort of behind Andrew Dyson. Andrew Dyson's kind of the main one who's on his own. He doesn't have any support. Cars behind him do, so they'll start hooking up together and making their way towards the front. Even if you see someone in this situation where you're falling off the back of the pack and you see a couple of cars around you, the best thing may actually be to release the throttle a little bit, drop back, let the other car hook up on your tail, and then get going, because you're going to get more energy and more speed from a group of 2 to 3 cars than you are just running by yourself.
100%. And Jason Holdsworth, he's down in
Because we're
33rd
3 wide
position.
up front. Sorry to cut you off there, Nigel.
No,
3 wide up front
no.
going through turn 1. Absolutely crazy scenes here. Lap 25. Lap 25, mind you, we've got another 70 to go.
I cannot believe that we're going this hard so early. That it looks like Jason Holdsworth's gone a lap down. I'm not sure what's happened to his truck.
Yeah, Jason Holdsworth a lap down now. He was in the pit lane just after that caution started, so maybe picked up damage and was sitting in there getting it repaired. Hasn't seemed to popped out of the server and pop back in, because unfortunately sometimes has the connection problems, as we know. But not tonight. I think he's just gone a lap down due to some damage. And here comes a run from the outside. Ryan Jones leading the outside line from Nick Ryan. So these guys are just holding steady, nothing fancy.
Sorry, I just had to miss it.
That is all right. That is all
right. It's raining here. It's raining really heavily, and she decided that she was going to go outside, and yeah, she got wet.
I like the correlation between raining and getting wet. Because, sometimes I think I can make it across there and not get too wet when I'm going back from uni and it's pouring down. And it's one of the worst decisions I'll ever make, because I end up getting into the front seat of my car and I am soaked to the bone.
Soaked, yeah.
It's like, it's not raining that heavily. It's deceptive little raindrop riders. But looking back at the race, just a couple of movers in the team game. The Nitro cars are all sort of congregating together in the top 10 now. Ron Thompson making his way up to 8th. Only 2 positions behind Connor Nixon and Jay Mello.
Oh no, we've had contact. Oh no, he's pulled it through. I'm not sure what car that is here. I think that is David. No. Who we got here? Yep, David Lawler. He took his own teammates out. he's going back to the back though, so he got through safe. The yellow doesn't come out. 67 laps to go.
67 laps to go. Maybe we chuck it on board with someone for a bit, get a bit of a point of view of how the pushing's going up front. So we're going to hop on board with Stephen Williams in the number 98 car. Stephen Williams, number 98, had a really good race on Tuesday night as well in the Xfinity Series. Finished in the top 5, if my memory serves me correctly, after having a dominant display early on in the race with him and Kobe third. Williams. Was he third? Yeah, he was third. We did talk to him. That's right.
We talked to him in the booth afterwards.
Third. Oh my odd numbers.
Giving him a massive push.
Absolutely. Third car back, giving an absolute heave-ho. Get on your bike. It's not Lockie, it's Matthew Budd.
Oh, Matthew
Teammates
Budd, sorry.
of Lockie Akujo, who's only slightly further back in order in 11th.
There he is. Sorry, I get their paints mixed up. Like, one's green and one's like an aqua colour. I get them mixed up sometimes. I love the paint jobs in the SRM cars. They do a really good job.
They are.
Yeah. We're getting a push to the front. for the two, keeping it too wide. Now, pit window. What lap do you think they should be going in? Lap 29 at the moment. Need
Lap
that
30.
30. Is that 29?
Lap 30 now.
Lap 30. So with a
We had the
35,
caution
yeah.
come out like 15. So around, I'd say if they topped off their fuel, you're looking around lap 48 to lap 50 is what I'd say. It's when we're going to start seeing cars coming through. Drivers could have underfuel, they could have not taken much fuel. There's no reason not to, at that point, race not to take fuel and top off, or it gets you 15 laps closer to the end of the race. It allows you to short pit.
62, I think. 62 is going to be the crucial lap. That's where people will start shortening into. I think lap 62.
Will you be able to make it to lap 62? That's the question.
Don't think you can.
From lap 15, I do not think you can make it from lap 52 all the way up to lap 62 at this point. If we were pitting now, if we see drivers come in now on lap 30, then they may go for lap 62 and they may still decide to split it. But I don't think, given how the race is tracked out so far, that's a viable strategy anymore.
Absolutely not. But if you kind of need to short pit now to get yourself to lap 62, 63 to fill up to get to the end. But you're going to lose the draft, and you've got to hope that you have teammates that come down with you and don't stuff up a pit stop or anything like that.
Absolutely, you got to make sure, and anyone who's been practicing this, it's one of the big elements to practice at Daytona. It's not the racing itself; it's actually the working in a group of cars, working as a team, pitting together as a team, making sure you nail your pit stop so you're not left high and dry, coming out pit lane, and there's people 2-3 tenths in front of you that you're just never going to catch. And we've got a yellow here. Second caution of the night flies. Brian Rondell and Evan Tagliora seem to be involved. We'll jump back and have a look. It bails out the rear of the pack, who are just about to come a lap down. So we'll jump back, check out what happened with the yellow flag on Evan Tagliora's car. So we're riding with him, going off track, and that is a car off the road. What has happened here? That's the...
That's a 013.
013. I'd say it's a 017 of Bradley Minshaw. We'll have a look and see what happened to Brady Minshaw here. Oh, bit of an accordion effect, just a bit of a touch up the rear, and he's been sent into the fence. And that's how it all unraveled.
So that's a 017.
Yeah, it's a 017. Hard to see. Damaged on the left running board. It's kind of obscured the number. So we take a look at it again. Comes out of the corner, gets close, backs out hard. It's like there's collateral damage onto the... I think that's Henry King maybe getting tagged up in that as well. As we see everyone now pitting. Everyone pitting. It's high field coming down the pit lane here tonight. No one stayed out. Absolutely no one. We're in the pit lane. Daniel Stevens, prime runner, should come out here in front. Not seeing any tyres going on for Daniel Stevens right now. This is rolling down the lane. He's away. Ryan Jones comes out. Chase Mello beats Stephen Williams out of the box. Chase Mello gains position on Stephen Williams. Pit stops.
Hang on, I will be back because my roof is leaking.
Oh no.
I will be back.
No worries,
Commercial
Nigel.
break.
You go deal with that. As we're under this caution, we'll leave it to we'll have a bit of a break, and we'll join you right as we're about to go green.
I'll be back.
See you again later. And I'm back. So, for those just joining us here tonight, we are under the second caution of the evening, coming out on lap 34. 2x2, getting ready to go racing this lap. Our top 10 is Daniel Stevens from Ryan Jones, Che Mello from Stephen Williams, and we got Nick Ryan on the inside, next to Connor Nixon outside. We have Matthew Budd, then Ron Thompson. Ron Thompson on the outside. And we have Aaron Gilbert and Stilmar rounding out the top 10. Oh, a bit of birdie tapping me on the shoulder saying he's back. Mr.
I'm
Nigel,
back.
welcome back to the stream. Has the roof caved in yet?
No, home for formalities, as they say.
All formalities, all formalities. Perfect timing. We're just about to go green. Pace car coming down the line. Daniel Stevens, where are you going to start, my friend? We're going to get a good start in the restart zone. And green flag is out, and we are racing here at Daytona for the third time tonight. Daniel Stevens, not really a good jump on the outside. The two DPR cars making that outside, letting that sing for them. This will be the first time Steven has dropped the position. Potentially Che Mello, Super Speedway star. He's back on his rear bumper and he may caution.
The DPR looks like they're going to hold that top lane, and the two nitro trucks behind them, and then but Che Mello in second in the bottom lane though. He holds the key. He'll push Daniel Stevens to the front and all night long, and if they can get out in front, the nitro guys will probably come down, and they've got a nice little run there. So keep an eye on that.
Absolutely, Nigel on curfew watch for Nigel. Much quieter after raise you up and just talking very softly there.
Oh, sorry, I was trying to do 14 different things at once then.
No, that's alright. You started talking like someone had told you to come in and be quiet, Nigel. You're commentating too well. We need you to turn the volume down. We need to have a bit more.
I don't know about that.
Pass it race. No, it's all good, man. So Ryan Jones with the support of Stephen Williams on that outside, just making a challenge for the lead, but they're not able to clear them into the corners. Che Mello doing a superb job on that inside lane, and the front group has broken away again. The rest of the field just absolutely left. They've got caught napping. They're all single file. As we see one car drop under the yellow line, I believe that's Nick Ryan. That's not where you want to be. Let's Ron Thompson get down there. He's hit the apron a bit too hard, and I think we're going to go around. This may be our next caution. Next caution around Ron Thompson. It's a big crash here tonight for the third caution of the evening.
As they say, man down.
Absolutely massive.
Man down.
We will get We'll get a replay of that for you right now. We'll go over what happened. So I'm going to give this one a bit more time to let us see what really happened. On board with the number 22 of Ron Thompson, gap opens up down below, just commits too hard. Gets on the apron, loses it, comes back up into Nick Ryan, gets him all out of shape, and then he's around for a ride. Nothing more you can do at that point. That one is a clumsy caution.
It looks like his wheel disconnected.
It almost looks like it.
Just go back. We can go back.
We'll get on board with it.
Something doesn't look right here.
So we're going in. Straightens up. Comes down a bit too much. Bit of counter steer to try and catch it. And it's around for a ride at that point. Manages to hold it. And just slides ever so slightly up the track. Makes contact with Nick Ryan there. And then that's it. The car's lost at this point. Well, no, he's kept it saved. And then he's got another contact and there it goes. Hard contact there for Ron Thompson. His teammate Jason Holworth just sneaking through the top side there. Just off his nose. But that will bring us back under caution for the fourth time tonight. Oh, this is third caution. Sorry, I'm jumping the gun saying that's the fourth. I'm ready and waiting for the next one. Absolute chaos. So in goes Ron Thompson. He'll be going down to fix the damage sustained to his car throughout that. We don't see a Stephen Williams, who seems to have also jumped down pit lane. Oh no, sorry, Stephen Williams. He's in 11th, just coming out of pit lane. So Stephen Williams did pit this time, but we got a split strategy here tonight for the first time tonight.
It's looking that way. They're trying to go down and get a little bit of fuel and see if that will take them to that lap 65 as the 65 to 68 is the window.
Absolutely, 65, 68. They'll guarantee you to finish the race. If you pit earlier, you can still make it. I think if you pit lap 60, you might still be able to get. If you pit around lap 58, lap 57, you may still be able to make it, depending on how much fuel you save in the car. But 60 is a definite safe bet to get you home if you're not leading the pack. 62 will see you through to the end of the week.
This is going to be interesting. Like you look at the front here now. You've got Dan Stevens, Dan Mallow, Connor Nixon, Aaron Gilbert. Your prediction. Did you?
No, he's yours. I'm with Henry King, who's down in who's down in 29. So Henry King not having a great race tonight, but his teammate Aaron Gilbert up in the top 4.
Noddy Tompkins as well is in the top 5. So we've got 3 Nitro drivers in the top 5 with Dan Stevens and Aaron Gilbert. But saying that though, Jay Mello is one hell of a super speedway driver, so he will try to get down to that bottom as quickly as he can. So we're in for a treat here, and his good mate Noddy Tompkins is there as well. So this is going to be good.
It depends. If Connor Nixon can get up behind Che Mello, they may elect to take that outside lane around and then go down, and Connor will push Che for the rest of this race. It's Daniel Stevens. He has not budged from that P1 position. Could not pay him any amount of money to give that up right now. His car's parked there long term.
And he would have his he'd be clutching it, and he'd be trying to save as much fuel as he can as well. So he'd be playing the strategy game. His crew chief would be working the numbers behind the scenes to see which number that he needs to make it to the end. But Dean Stevens and Jay Mello, I think they're the informed two here right now. They're looking like they're going to take this all down to the wire anyway.
Absolutely, it'll be interesting to see what Che does towards the end of the race.
And we've just lost Jason Holdsworth as well for his internet connections just gone down. Unfortunate for him.
That's not what we want to see happen on Tuesday night, and I think it's the only thing that can keep him away from playoffs this season is his internet. Both know Jason's a really good driver, and the only thing really stopping him from getting good finishes and finishing well in races is his internet.
100%. It's
pace car's coming on.
Some bad luck. I think both times, going for a championship race, he's had his connection drop as where the green flag drops, and Connor Nixon pushes Dan Stevens to the front, and poor old Che Mello, he's going to go down exactly what I thought was going to happen. So we've got 3 Nitro drivers there all in a row now, and on the outside, it's coming around now. I can't see who's on the outside there.
It's your pick, Aaron
Gilbert. Sorry, I couldn't tell because of the white car. They couldn't tick the number, so...
it's alright. So it did look like Connor Nixon did want to go to that outside line with Che Mello, but Noddy was covered on the outside, so he wouldn't have been able to jump up. So they elected just to stay in that inside line. For a moment, I thought they were all going to jump to the outside.
Now we've got
But
some
yeah,
cars coming down pit road because in our league there was a 9 and 13 rule, so you get 9 instant points before the drive-through and 13 before you DQ. Do you think that promotes better racing? And knowing that you don't have unlimited instant points means you've just got to be careful every time that you race that you don't cause an incident, and before you know it, you're out of the race.
absolutely. A track like this, it's also hard. You do get collateral damage. Some people just can't avoid a wreck. It's like sometimes it's just unavoidable, but sometimes you're the reason. So you got to look at every incident you're in and make sure to learn from it. That's the main thing. Learn from
100%,
something
100%.
because it's not a mistake if you keep doing it.
That's exactly right.
At that point, it becomes ignorance. As we've got a lap car just staying high for the lead pack to get through, and it's not the first time we've seen all these cars get strung out. So this should be done with a relative ease.
Jason Hollinsworth goes another lap down, so he now goes 2 laps down. He just waits on the outside for the pack to come through. Yeah, I think he's 2 laps down now.
That would check out. Not unrecoverable, especially with the frequency of caution so far, as we see another car going a lap down. Andrew Dyson also in the pit lane. Looks like he's going to go a lap down. So yeah, Jason Holbert's 2 laps down. Brandon Griffiths 2 laps down. And then there's Bruins, he's 3. And the rest are all multiple laps down from there. As we see 2 wide in the back.
2 wide in the back, and we're going single file the front. I think this is just a fuel saving mechanism as the SRM boys try to get that high line working, just to get them, try to get a bit of pack. Look, there's going to be 3 SRM boys there going to team up there, hopefully to get back into that lead pack. I think the lead pack at the moment has just strung themselves out, so they've got themselves a bit of fuel saving going on, because we're about 22 laps before we reach that pinnacle number that all these guys are going to be looking for.
Absolutely. We've got great Bradley Minshew. He's the last car in this lead pack, and even then he's strung out a little bit from everyone else. The 03 of John Bradshaw just hanging off the back of Angus Lawford. So they're all still in it. SRM boys, they've cleared this second pack, and they'll be making their way forward. The only one of them that's kind of stuck at the moment is Matthew Budd. And another caution. It's a massive wreck. Massive wreck.
This is massive.
Jay Mello involved. Ryan Jones involved. Lots of the front. Connor Nixon, I think, it involved. Dan Stevens made it through. Connor Nixon got through. Angus Lawford, the next car to make it through unscathed. Everyone else in between was wrecked.
I think this is a
as we look for, I believe it originated from Noddy Tompkins. So we jump on board and have a look at what happened. So here is Noddy, black and red car. Oh, it's Connor Nixon. I believe getting in the back of someone.
I believe so. Connor Nixon
Slingshotting them to the outside. So we'll roll that back and have a look from the cockpit of Connor Nixon and see what happened here. Oh, he's been absolutely blindsided by that car. So this is a lapped car, lap traffic.
Yes,
nothing.
Yeah.
Nothing you can do here. Running it back. So Connor Nixon sees him there. Yep. That's poor. I'll say it, because I'm going to say it. This is not how you, manage blue flag traffic as a leader, or lap traffic as a leader. And B, this is not where you want to be as a lap car. You don't want to be on that inside of the lead's going inside. You go up high and everyone gets past you. No problem. Staying low, it makes the leader choose, which is fine. However, Daniel and Stevens just too late. That's always going to cause a massive crash. Always going to cause a massive crash. And that brings out the fourth caution of the night. And that ruins a lot of races here tonight. As Connor Nixon goes down the pit lane. Daniel Stevens is going to stay out. Mark Grocott also staying out. Aaron Gilbert, he's not a fan either. Jason Holdsworth, he's going to hang out. Try and get a lap back on the wave round. Should be the first car a lap down. So he'll get the lucky dog in. Or he might not get the lucky dog. He might not. Be there. If other people did, then would be different. But other than that, as we encounter a bit of a encoding issue on the broadcast, we'll just quickly insert. But Nigel, how do you feel about the fourth caution of the night? I should not ask you that question.
Race director, that's probably I best look at that later.
Absolutely, yeah. We'll let you look at that one later. And we'll move on. My opinion was that's just not how you handle that situation. I don't think there was much that Connor could do in that situation with the amount of time he had presented to him to make a decision. But unfortunate there, causing the fourth caution night, has shaken up the order once again. So Daniel Stevens, he still leads this race. Mark Grocott, he'll file in behind. Aaron Gilbert, your pick, got turned around earlier this race. And now he's top 3. Anything can happen at Daytona. That is, anything can happen.
So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 cars so far that have no 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cars that have been DQ'd for too many incident points. So we're down to
35.
35 cars.
Yeah, down to 35 cars left. We got a couple of people joining the chat. Junior, sorry your night's done. Unfortunately, this is an element of Daytona, and we don't like seeing drivers DQ'd for the incident limit, but Daytona is one of those tracks where even if you don't do anything wrong and you just get collected, it's going to end your night early, so...
Oh, 100% it is. But this is Daytona for you, though. This is super speedway racing.
Absolutely. It's why we love it so much. It's the risk. How do you manage this race? It's always David Lawler. Right.
100%.
Yeah. So how do you manage your race tonight? So unfortunately, we're also hearing that the 236 and the 013 are out on incidents as well. Both cars actually did have good pace. Not just reading what they say. They genuinely had pace tonight. So it's unfortunate to see those guys caught up in incidents and taken out of this race.
So we're 2x2. It's up the front. There's a few damaged cars up there at the front now, which is so Che Mello, whereabouts is he in the scheme of things?
Che Mello, he's down in 26 at the moment.
26.
So he's
still
fallen
got.
all
There he
the
is. There
way.
So his truck's still pretty clean.
So we see Ron Thompson zooming up the outside. Che Mello, I think he repaired all the damage on his truck, so he'll be doing all right. Matthew Budd just getting told to let people by.
Dan Stevens, John Bradshaw, Stephen Williams, Jason Coley, Ruben Phelps are the only ones with no incident points so far.
It's a hell of a race so far. As the grid's still sorting itself out as we're coming to the restart zone, and we're in there. It's all on to Daniel Stevens, and we're green flag racing, and they've got a massive jump over the rest of the field. Lagging really far behind on that outside lane was Grocott. Oh, sorry, Grocott was lagging really far on the outside lane. Absolutely checked them all up. May not have the speed to do it.
You just need one more truck there, and if I had one more truck there, that'd be away.
Absolutely. Unfortunately, they didn't get it. Chris Stillmark didn't get a good jump. But he does lead the rest of the group. So 0-3 of John Bradshaw will get up under his wing and giving him a push down the back straight to get him closer to the 203 of Aaron Gilbert. Aaron Gilbert, you're in a good position, son. Go get this win, make Nigel a happy man. Put him 1-0 on the predicted winners tally for this week, as we see a couple of cars coming down the pit lane to serve their incident point penalties.
Now the one truck that's there's two of them actually that's sleeping out there at the moment and just going about their business, bringing the laps down. Are the two star guys in Andy Barber and Adam Malone. They're just going about their business. Looks like he's heading to the back. Once I start saying that, don't jinx me, Adam, please.
Yep, he's dropping to the back, getting out of the way.
He's getting out of the way. Now those guys there, they'll be there around at the finish. There's no ways around that. They'll push their way, and when it matters most, they'll be up the front. But Andy Barber's another one at the moment. He's up in position 15 at the moment, so his truck's pretty clean still. He'll just work that inside line, just count down the laps. We're lap 52.
Oh, you see car going off and trying to rejoin mid corner. We don't suggest doing that. That's
no, not probably the best of things to do. It's
once you're down there, hold it down there. Don't rejoin the track there. That's a very scary thing. Luckily, everyone got away with it this time, but I've seen a couple of big event races at Daytona ruined from magic missiles going through turn 1 straight. But we'll move on from that as we have a good race up the front. We got a 3-wide situation down in the back. One of the DPR cars, I think that's Ryan Jones, trying to make his way back through the order after getting caught up in that incident before. No, it's not. I think it. Oh no, it's Stevie Williams. He is in the third position at the moment. Well, third position on the road. He's leading the outside line in front of Chris Stelmark.
Stelmark, that's how you pronounce it.
Yeah. I believe that's how you pronounce it. Chris, if you have a way you want pronunciation, in fact, anyone on the grid, if we're pronouncing your name wrong, please do inform us. We will fix that one for you.
100% we will.
Now we've got Stephen Williams, a known front runner, into the second position, just edging out Aaron Gilbert in the 203 car. They're kind of trading positions in there, and we've got a lap car up ahead. I believe that's Hayden Green. Gonna go a lap down. It's definitely not Hayden Green. We'll see when we come past, but Stevens from Gilbert, from Williams on the outside line, Grodcott and Stelma. We've got King. King's in the mix of it. Would you look at that? Henry King.
He's back up.
Where did you just come from?
Your prediction's back alive again.
He's back. He was down in 30th and not 20 laps ago, and now he's in the top 6. Where have you come from, buddy? This year's we've got the lap car going high. We do have a driver thinking that they may want to push the lap car around the circuit. Not really doing it. Oh, that's what is it? That's Matthew Budd going 2 laps down. Stephen Williams just doesn't have the connection to get going on that outside line from Mark Grocott. So Mark Grocott not pushing as well as Aaron Gilbert down on the inside. And Daniel Stevens, honestly, he has to. I think he's got a few checks cashed tonight for all these drivers who have been pushing him around tonight. He had Connor Nixon giving him a bit of a push. Jay Mello, for the longest time, was right saddled up under that really good. And now it's Aaron Gilbert's turn to push the 57. So,
do you think Dan's actually led every lap tonight? To be honest,
I
don't think he.
If he hasn't led every lap, I think he's led near close to every single lap tonight. As Henry King went up to the third lane and just got shuffled. So he's out of the top 6. And he's shuffling on back. I think he's cooling his engine, sitting in that outside line. Because if you don't set it up to push, then it can get a bit hot. and your drivers here will be looking for air. So you will see cars offset down at the bottom and up the top, just getting cool air into those cars so they don't explode. So Daniel Stevens, he's going to lead another lap. Stephen Williams trying everything he can to lead a lap here tonight. Absolutely everything. He wants to get around, but he's just got a further distance to go, so he's not got the speed to do it.
So
Oh, is it free wide and... Oh, we're getting
Whoa.
touchy, and here's another one. Here's a big one.
Is the yellow going to come out, is it?
The yellow flag is
Yellow
out.
flag, there we go. Long time coming, but we're at the 5th portion of the night. That was... I believe that was the 011 car of Ryan Jones getting involved. So we'll go back and we'll have a look. I saw it just happening. Ryan Jones went for a gap. It just didn't exist. He got out of it and didn't get a read and got tagged, and a lot of cars in the back have been collected in that one as well. Looks like Lockie Cujo made it through. Chain Mello makes it through relatively unscathed. My, we're under caution for the 5th time tonight here at Daytona. We have 35 laps, 37 to go.
There's a few more caution and incident points that are going to happen here as well. So there's a few more that are out.
Absolutely, a few more cars out, but most importantly, Nigel, it's right on the cusp. We are right on the cusp of getting to the end of this race on one more stop.
One more stop? I don't know. Yeah, I reckon you pit now, and I reckon you take the punt. I reckon you pit now, fill it up, and then I think there'll be a couple more cautions. I think you got to go.
I think it's now. You pit now, you're done for the rest of the race. If there's a couple more cautions, you just sit in that track position and you're pretty to the end of this race.
100%. So let's see who comes in. So let's see.
So we'll be looking.
We're looking.
Looking down, everyone.
Yep, here they come.
Coming in. Daniel Stevens, Stephen Williams, Aaron Gilbert. I think Nick Ryan's staying. No, he's in. Everyone's in so far. Not a single soul has stayed out on the racetrack. Everyone in for fuel. Everyone in for fuel. And I've been called a liar because I think that's Matthew Budd staying out on circuit to try and make his way to the front to get the wave around. So
yeah, I've just had a message.
On the lead lap.
I've just had a message from a great friend, Matty Raymond, and hello out to you there, Matty Raymond. SRM driver not racing tonight. I think he'll be at work, but it's all good. He said he can't hear the engines in the stream. You can only hear the crowd.
Oh. Well,
thanks, Matty. I really appreciate it.
We'll
really do.
We'll get those ones going as I...
Few technical difficulties, but thanks again, Matty.
So we need more engine, don't we? Yeah, that's the same. So not that I've got anything. For anyone of still.
Let us know, Matty, if that's better.
Let us know if that's better.
I
think we may also give it a full boost. Much better. So Matty Raymond, if you're here, just let us know. Let us know how that one's going.
Fellow South Australian on the lap too, Matty Raymond. Absolutely. But that's okay.
Great lad to race as well. One of the cleanest on the sim. I know that I've put him in a wall once.
I reckon Matty usually beats me every time. It's probably good that he doesn't. That he's not racing. Oh no, he'll be back next week. And then I think I'm going to have a race next week. Oh no, that can't work. No. Anyway, Matty, hope you're well out there, mate. Thanks for letting us know.
Absolutely.
Professionals here.
Absolutely professional. Top quality broadcast for you here tonight on the Australian NASCAR eSeries.
35
But
laps to go.
35 to go, and we've got Connor Nixon in the lead of this race. So Connor Nixon's
Oh,
jumped out in front of everyone else. He's in P1. Stephen Williams on the outside line. Then you have
I,
Stelmar, Grocott.
mm,
Then you got Stevens and Shane Mello. So Shane Mello, Connor Nixon, both teammates, both back up the front.
the Blundell boys, 8th, 7th, and 9th. They're in the top 10. But Stan Stevens, I reckon he's playing a bit of strategy here. And I reckon because he's led a lot of laps, he's thinking, nah, someone else can do it now. I'm gonna sit back here and save a bit of fuel, and I think they'll make it to the end.
I don't see them not I don't see that anyone not making it to the end of this race. Maybe the guys at the front. So maybe Connor Nixon and maybe Stephen Williams may have to think just a little bit because they may be short a couple laps of fuel. So they may have to cycle to the back.
But then that's part of the strategy, though, because that means if they keep getting pushed, they have to go faster, which burns more fuel, which leaves Dan Stevens and Shane Mello in that third row, prime position.
Absolutely. Prime position. If they can make their way through, come, if 33 laps, 33 laps, about 10 laps to go, they'll be in a prime position. Connor Nixon in the restart zone. The field is yours. And with green flag racing, Stephen Williams, a massive start to the outside. Absolutely massive from Stephen Williams on the outside lane. Gets a good push from Mark Grocott. Mark Grocott on the outside lane. He's slotted in front of Connor Nixon. Connor Nixon, probably not too upset about that. He gets the
100%.
push. He gets to run Stephen Williams ragged for the fuel. And he gets to save a bit of his own whilst doing so. So, Connor Nixon, P2. Very nice looking truck, I might add. The orange and the blue. Reminds me of a Altus Esports livery that we see on Matt Danson's car. As Shane Mello is pushing Mark Grocott to the lead of this race.
It's going to get interesting.
Absolutely.
Just remember too, though, in that part, Ron Thompson, Coldsworth, still only about 1 lap down now, so that could also mean that we could also, that could be still a factor in this race.
Absolutely, it could be. It's going to be interesting as Grocott now leads the race after 62 laps of being in the thick of it. He's finally been pushed to the very tip of the spear.
Thanks, Matty Raymond, for that. I can see you on YouTube. I've got YouTube loaded up, so I can see everyone's comments. I'm a bit slow, guys. Okay, I'm working it out. I've got a little getting work out, but Matty Ray, you'll be back off work Tuesday. Come and give us a lesson. Oh, jeez. Okay, this is going to be interesting. I think I might have Tuesday off. I think I might come back in the broadcast booth.
Coming back and joining me once again?
I think I might have to. Matty Raymond's going to beat me. I can't have it.
Fair enough. No, it's a good race tonight. It's been caution filled, but it's also been exciting. A lot of things to talk about and a lot of ways to go. Is all that 46 is just prime position to put the 86 around right now, so they need to be a bit careful. Don't get pushy, boys. Got 30 to go. Let's keep it clean. Hopefully,
Lucky
you
Matty
guys
Raymond's
can
not out there though.
hear the engines
He would have
roar.
lapped the field. Matty Raymond would have lapped the field by now. Sorry, Matty. You're the only one that's the chat, so I'm gonna stir you up.
Stir it up.
So the Blundell, 86 of Blundell. Look at him come up the front.
Yeah, Green, new face to the series, Hayden Green.
Grocott is too, and Brad Minchow. I think I pronounced that right. I am hopeless with names. He's new to the series as well. They're having top 4 cars. Three of them are new to the series.
Absolutely. I think 7 of the top 10, all new faces to the series. So we're gonna see, and
Possibly a
I
new winner.
reckon possibly a new winner for the series. Oh, as we see car going around in turn 1, yellow flag is out. And who's gotten turned here? Whole order's going to be caught up as we jump back. Watch what happened under the yellow flag. So that's the exit of 2. So we've already had everything happen. Oh, that is the yellow flag from ages ago. Forgive me. As we see, I think it's the 119 of Noddy Tompkins just gets a tap from Matthew Budd.
But and away around he goes.
Away around he goes, collects Jason's Holdsworth and Ron Thompson in there. Aaron Gilbert also caught in that wreck. So Aaron Gilbert running really well, gets caught. He's until there he got away relatively scot-free. You know, he's lost the rear cover and he'll be down in the pit lane for a little bit of time, getting that one fixed. Everyone else seems to manage their way through it somewhat decently.
We can now make it. We'll be able to make on fuel now.
Everyone here is making it on fuel to the end of this race.
Yep.
There's no question. So Blundell leading green, Williams, Grocott, Minchell, Shea Mallow, Connor Nixon, Daniel Stevens who's controlled this race oh so brilliantly for around 50 laps, for around half of the race. He's now in P8. We got Cooley, Jason Cooley that is, in 9th, new face to the series. And then we have Noddy Tompkins caught up in that wreck. He's still in 10th. So not a lot of positions lost for Noddy Tompkins, but I assume he'll be diving into the pits as we see a couple of people actually go into the pits. Hayden Green, Brian Blundell, Bradley Minchell, Mark Grocott, and Jason Cooley all in.
That's risky, very risky.
Unless they underfueled the last time, expecting this to happen, expecting a caution to happen later in the run, and now they're just topping off to seal it up, or they weren't convinced that they could make it. But
so who is still in? Stevie Williams, Shea Mallow, Nixon, Daniel Stevens all back up.
Hayden Green. Oh, sorry. We have, I believe that's Matthew Budd, lap car, just chilling at the tail end of his pack. We have James Kai Klink. So he's 4th. Oh, he's 5th in the running order as we're all just stacking up on the back straight, just getting a bit compressed. So new face of the series again, James Kai Klink. And Hayden Green, Brian Blundell, Mark Grocott, Brady Minchell, and Lockie Acugio are your top 10. Not too far behind him is Ruben Phelps, your previous season champion, on the verge of a top 10 and a good start to his season.
Rightio, here we go. Shea Mallow, super speedway specialist, as they say.
Shea Mallow, he's going to have the benefit of having his teammate Connor Nixon right behind him at the restart of this race.
Where did Noddy go?
Noddy, he pulled down the pit lane.
He's in 22nd.
He's on his out lap now. So Noddy Tompkins pulling out of the pit lane. Ryan Jones, Aaron Gilbert still in the pits at this point in time. They'll fall a lap down. Or Ryan Jones on exit. Aaron Gilbert, I believe, electing to take the full broad of his damage and move forward. As we see Ruben Phelps came into the pits this time by top off fuel and maybe move to the back, expecting another big crash. We won't lose too many positions as only the top 20 are on the same lap. Top 21, sorry, are on the lead lap.
This is going to get interesting. As my roof's
Absolutely.
about to cave into my house, it's raining cats and dogs here at the moment.
Lots of rain on the in South Australia.
It's raining very heavily. Got buckets everywhere here at the moment catching water. And to make things worse, I lost my cat this week, and he's out there in the cold, and I'm worried about him. So if you're listening out there, Lucky, if you're listening out there, buddy, you can come home.
Yeah, get your ass back inside. It's cold out there, man.
He hasn't been seen since Sunday. We miss him. So if you're watching the stream on your cat phone, you can come home now.
Absolutely, it's never fun to not hear from your cat for multiple days. I mean, we've had our cats disappear for numerous days and not come home, but eventually they make their way back. So I'm sure Lucky will arrive on the doorstep tomorrow, soaked and wanting to come back inside.
Well, let's hope so. As we're filling in time, talking about my cat,
Absolutely, we'll have
we've got
26
20,
laps to go.
26 laps
So
to go. Pace car
yeah,
looks like she's going to come back in. Too
absolutely.
wide.
Pace car lights out. Coming back in. We agreed this time by Che Mello. You have the field.
Start of the box for me. Start of the box.
Oh, yeah, this is true. He has the field now.
And he
And
goes
they're
at the
gone.
start of the...
And he doesn't start at all. And Stephen Williams and Daniel
And Stevens are away.
they're gone. They're gone. And
Off
I
and
wouldn't be
racing.
surprised if they drop down into the first lane.
And they do.
And single file for your top 5.
Now, I'm looking through all of these trucks. And we're
Oh, and we
yellow
got
once
another
again.
yellow again.
Is Stevie Williams has got the cleanest truck out there. He hasn't got a scratch on it.
Not a single scratch. Not a dent in sight. Absolutely beautiful.
Now, what happened
Yellow,
there?
yellow flag. I think it was Mark McNamara at the time. Looks like he's just been given a bit of a kiss in the rear. So check up into turn 1, popped around, and that's Andy Barber getting collected.
Barber.
And that's a disqualification for Mark McNamara in this race, just due to incident points. Unfortunate there, wasn't really his fault. Got run up the rear and pushed into the wall, and that's about all she wrote for Mark McNamara's race tonight, as we see all the drivers catching the pace car. Stephen Williams as our leader, going into the 7th caution of the night. I think the amount of cautions we had in season 1 was 8 here at Daytona, if I'm not mistaken. So we may be on for a record high number of cautions here tonight at Daytona. It is a part of the racing. Being so close together, there are bound to be mistakes, especially from having drivers with all ranges of skill and all ranges of experience. Benefit of the doubt there,
There'd
but
be a few airbags and these trucks have gone off tonight, I reckon.
Absolutely. I think some of these trucks are destined for landfill at the end of tonight. The chassis are right off.
Dale Junior Museum.
Yeah, this is true. Luckily, we're not F1. Otherwise, we'd have a lot of grid penalties for next week. As we see, Stephen Williams looks like he's coming down the pit lane. Same with Grocott. James Kai Klink, coming in. So Stephen Williams in. Daniel Stevens, Che Mello stay out. Connor Nixon, Hayden Green, they all stay out. So Stephen Williams and J. Kai Flink are both in. Nick Ryan came in as well. Same with John Bradshaw, Ryan Jones, and Noddy Tompkins. Everyone else has stayed out so far.
Who's your tip now, Bryce? We've got to have new tips. Our tips are no longer with us.
Our tips are both Aaron Gilbert and Henry King have been DQ'd, have they, for incident points?
Well, Aaron's lap down, and I think
Henry King is out of the server.
So my new tip is is going to be Che Mello, because I just want to say the super speedway specialist.
It's Speedway Specialist. Well,
100%. That's my tip.
Jay Mello to win the race. It would be a first time victory here in the truck series, if I'm not mistaken. Project 36 is tipping Connor Nixon in the chat. Chat, if you guys have anyone you think will win this race from here, please let us know. I'm gonna go
Project
for
30, Project 36. Nixon recommends Nixon for the win. Matty
Nixon for the
Ray, you
win.
know you're watching, mate. Who's your tip? Give us a tip.
Absolutely. I think I'm gonna pick a new face to the series, or at least a first time winner. So I'm gonna go for Kelvin Clark.
Kelvin.
I
Actually,
think
we've been
Kelvin in the
corrected
triple
here. We've
seven.
been corrected that Che won last season, last race.
Did he?
I reckon Matty Ray's going to join us in the box here. He's a statistician for us. Like, he can be in the sword line and just hand us like stats that we kind of don't really have off the top of my head unless I got notes, and I haven't done really many notes for this tonight.
I was away when Che won. So Matty Ray's penning one of his teammates, Ruben Phelps or Lachlan Acujo to win. Out of the two, I think Lockie Acujo is in the better position. Ruben Phelps is a little bit down the order.
I think Matty's been a bit biased. Nah, I'm only joking.
A little bit biased. Maybe, but we'll permit it. We'll permit it.
We've got 24 to go here. 24 to go.
94 to go. 7th caution of the night. This lap will go green. Nigel, it's been an exciting race so far. Hopefully we can get through these next 24 laps relatively quickly, and that's the last for it. As we will have a guest commentator join in tonight. It is Matthew Raymond. Welcome to the broadcast booth, Mr. Matthew Raymond. How you doing this night?
Good, man. I was trying to work out who it was. It's Bryce. How are you, man?
I'm not too bad. Yeah, I'm doing the commentary gig now for the series, and you get to listen to me yap my little mouth off on a Tuesday and Friday night.
Yeah. I was spewing. I still owe you one on the black top. We've got to get back out there so I can give you it.
Absolutely owe me one right now.
Mr.
Raymond.
Raymond. I'm going well, mate. I'm going well. Is it raining where you are?
Hang on. Nah, not yet, I don't think. It's still technically working, so if I get a call on a job, I'll have to take off quick smart, but yeah. Thought I'd come.
It's raining cats and dogs here at the moment, Matty.
Just not your cat by the sounds of it.
Oh, my cat's gone missing. He's out there in the cold. But if he's watching it on his iPhone, you can come home whenever you like.
I'll keep an eye out, mate. I'm driving all around bloody town and your way all the time now. So if I see him, I'll pick him up for you, mate.
Oh, thanks, mate.
And the
Here we
pace
go.
cars rolling off.
Green
We're
flag.
rolling to the green flag. Daniel Stevens back in the lead of this race. You have the field. And he's got a good launch off on the inside line. Connor Nixon as well. Che Mello equal with that. And then the two cars behind it, Go-Kart and Green, just lagging a bit behind. Che Mello drops down to the inside. Sorting themselves out here early, and hopefully we don't see too much carnage for the rest of this race.
I think I'm going to have lessons, Matty, from Lockie of how to pronounce his last name.
Acujo is how you say it.
Acujo.
It's not Acujo. Oh, I'll have to get him to spell it out for me.
That's all right. Carl has been calling him, what's he call him? Erclio for like, I don't know, 10 years now. So I think you'll be all right. We'll let you off, mate.
It's all right.
Even Lockie pronounces it wrong sometimes.
All right, here we go. Stevens, Nixon, Mallow, Grocott, Blundell, Malone, Ucusio, Lockie. I'm going to call him Lockie. Just Lockie.
Yeah,
It's just Lockie.
Big L, whatever
It's
you
just
want
Lockie.
Green, Minchal, and Phelps round out the top 10.
Fair few new faces.
Look at Adam Malone on the outside line.
It's the new faces are great to see in the series, Matty. It's great to see some new people coming out and giving it a go, especially with the Australian NASCAR Championships coming up very shortly. Everyone will want to get some practice in for that, which will start September 1st. It's part of our collaboration with Motorsport Australia to bring a Premier Oval event to Australia for everyone to have a crack at, which is exciting for everyone having Motorsport Australia involved in the series.
Yeah, it sure is, eh? I'm looking forward to it. It's on my off
Absolutely,
work
it's
week,
good to
so
get
I'll be able
some
to make it.
recognition. Oh, sorry,
Yeah.
Matty, I couldn't hear you.
No, you're all good, bud. Yeah, no, it is exciting. I can't wait for it. It should be all right.
So Malone's on the outside. He's getting the push from the 46 of green. He's getting a good run on the outside. We've got these 3 trucks on the inside, though. Stevens, Nixon, Mello.
Yeah, all 3 of them pretty fast sleds.
They're doing a
Shea
great
Mello
job.
fella.
If Jade can manage to get a bit close to the back of Connor, they should be able to take off like a rocket ship.
Fellow South Australian tour will out there, Matty, Shea Mello.
Yeah, I can literally throw a can of beer and hit his front doorstep from here. From my we're like neighbours, really. I found out the other day.
We don't like violence or throwing things. Only joking. With 20 to go, Nixon and Stevens giving it a push on the way through. Now this is going to get really interesting. On the outside there, Malone. And who's that in this? Oh man, I haven't got my glasses on. I
It's
can't see the
green.
truck.
Number
Green.
46 is
green.
green. Yeah.
Yeah.
Green in a pink car.
And then you got Minshell behind him, I think. Minshell?
Yeah,
Minshell's there as well.
Gives support. So they need that third car in that outside lane to really get moving. Once Minshell gets in position, then they should be able to start challenging Connor and Stevens up the front there.
But what happens if there's going to be another caution note? Does that mean all the guys left pit? And especially with the green-white checker, I wouldn't rule out Stevie Williams yet. He's gone in, he's topped up. He's got enough for the 3 green-white checkers. So you've got him and Ruben Phelps and Noddy Tompkins and a little group back there. I don't know. I wouldn't rule them out yet.
Williams is currently half a lap off pace. Just working with a lapped car by the looks of it, or working with Kai Klink to try and catch the rest of the pack. So they're off for a bit, but if another caution does come out, then they'll be in a good position. As we tick down 18 to go. Adam Malone making a run. He's been abandoned on the outside. Green moving down to the inside. It's Adam Malone trying to make that outside lane work. No one else is confident that it will. He's going to let him drop back down the order. So we have Stevens, Nixon, Mello, Green, and Malone, your top 5 so far.
They can get a bit more support up top there. Another 2 or 3 trucks. It'll probably move quicker than the bottom lane.
Absolutely. It's just not forming.
Outside lane's usually quicker.
Yeah, it has been moving.
We've seen it be able to cycle the lead of the low lane just before. I think they're going to get the third car up there. The more energy you get, the better. It's still a bit too spread out, so I don't think they're going to get anywhere close at the moment if they don't tighten it up and
Here comes
get
Jonesy
another car
now.
up there.
He might be able to give him some help.
He's going to jump on board with Che Mello. Just going to get a feel of what he's doing in the cockpit, and how he's operating, and my, that is loud.
He's just driving with one hand. He's chilling.
One-handed bandit.
I cannot hear you. So we're going to hop out of the
Oh, hang on, I'll jump out.
the cockpit, because I can't hear my wonderful co-commentators.
Oh.
My eardrums have been thoroughly cleared out of Eddie Wax. It's all gone. My head has been shaken, and my brain set on fire. With the sheer power of Che Mello's car.
Adam Malone just had a little bit of a blink then, but he looks like he's fine. He'll be. That outside lane's starting to work now. This is gonna get interesting. 16 to go. This is still anyone's race.
15 laps to go, and that outside lane is moving. We'll see a few other drivers probably join that lane soon.
Wonder if Adam will get in front and are we going to get in front and then he will drop down in front of the Dan Stevens.
So, something to say whilst we've got the time and we've got the audience. If you do have a bad race and your night doesn't go the way you wanted it, just remember take 10, take a bit of time, let all the heat and emotion calm down, and then look at the race rationally and see what you could have done better. Don't worry about anyone else. Just focus on your race and what you can do for next time. Because I guarantee you, in just about every situation, there's something better that you can do. And if you can't, that's just racing. It will happen. Once we've got 13 laps to go.
I was always taught, poop in one hand, wish in the other, see which one fills up first.
Pretty much. I think Nigel's getting flooded out still. I haven't heard from him in a while. We might be getting the paddle.
Oh no, I'm all right now. I got a lot going on here at the moment, guys. But that's all right. I'm back. I'll be right now.
Oh, yeah.
With 13 to go, I've got
Understandable.
well, a few screens going here. It's raining cats and dogs and
Cats, dogs, and this race is about to go balls to the wall. All out, flat out, whatever you want to say. That's a bit more family friendly. Who cares? 12 laps to go. Daniel Stevens from Connor Nixon and Adam Malone is up next to Che Mello. They're creeping forward, just so close. They just need a bit more support on the rear. They need Bradshaw to get just a bit closer to the Minshall.
Yeah, here they come now. That top lane's getting their stuff together.
yeah.
If he can get closer, then they can get running, but it's just not hooked up. It's not quite there.
12 to go on the outside. Yeah. Don't know. This. I don't know. I don't know who's gonna win. There's nothing. Don't know. I just don't know.
When will Connor and
being
Che
honest.
make a move? It's when Connor and Che are going to make a move. They've got the power here. They've got the team capability to run. Everyone else is just picking someone to work with and trying to make the best. These guys run together. They've done practice together. So they've got the advantage here. It's whenever they want to go. Whenever they want to go, they can go to that outside and they'll say, "See you later, Daniel Stevens. Nice knowing you. Thanks for letting us save fuel."
Che Mello though. Che Mello, he's, as I say, the super speedway specialist.
He is?
He could just fling that thing up to the top line and go with Adam Malone, and they can push hard. As we come down to 10 to go, this is anyone's race. Who do you reckon, Matty? I want a tip. I need a tip.
Shay is a good chance, but he'll be just, if I know him well enough, he'll just be biding his time for the right moment. Like, he'll wait till the very end before he ducks out. Him and Connor might work together. I mean, you can never count out the SRM sleds, of course. They'll just be doing the same thing, waiting for the last 5 laps to go, and then they'll make their move. Who else you got? I mean, Malone can do it. He's looking like he's got a clean truck. And
Previous-
always fast.
Previous series champion too. Our first ever truck series. He won in last year. Came through in the goods in the last race in Phoenix.
That Andy, was it?
Adam, sorry.
Oh, sorry, Adam. Sorry, yeah.
Yep, he won the truck series last season from Southern Stars.
They won't be happy. We've taken the one off their door then.
I call him the silent assassin because he always is just there.
Yeah.
All the star boys are.
Yeah.
Andy, Tom, Darren. They're just always just there.
dark
They never.
horse.
They are. Sometimes I wonder if they're actually even in the race, and they just rock up with 5 to go every
Yeah,
time.
they're like Harvick. Just Mr. Where did he come from?
Yep. But it's great having them part of the series. Like all
Oh
the
yeah.
big teams, it's great to have them committed to the series. They put a lot of time and work in, and I appreciate every single one of them and all the drivers. I will admit, everyone helps put the series together.
Oh yeah.
So we've got a couple
Yeah,
of
and the
lap cars
competition.
going to get lapped by the leader. I think it's your teammate Matty with
Yeah,
Matty B
Matty
and
B. Yeah,
Aaron Gilbert just getting lapped here. Staying up high,
yeah.
getting out of the way. Nice. This is how you do it. But it's sent that bottom lane for quite a spin as we got Green with a lot of blinking issues.
Oh,
He's in other
that's
cars. Get under the apron, fella.
oh.
Oh, is that shaking up a bit of the order? And we're yellow. 8 to go. Due to connection issues there for Hayden Green.
What brought that one out then? That was Green, was it? Did
To
Blundell and him
roll
get
back.
together?
Unfortunately, I think he just kind of.
Oh,
Oh, that's
who was that?
that's
Ronnie.
It's Ron
Ron
Thompson.
Thompson getting lifted up and moved around. I think as a victim of everyone trying to figure out where the blinking car was going. So I don't think there was much Ron could do there.
It's always the nice guys.
And Ron Thompson, I think, out of this race now. Yep, out of this race with the incident point limit. So we'll jump back live. And this is going to be interesting. What is going to happen here? How aggressive are we going to be on the start now, Connor Nixon? Whoever sense of wanting to win it now. 8 laps to
Yeah,
go. This is kind of where we were expecting people to start making moves in the race. Now, 17 drivers on the lead lap. Stephen Williams brought back into this race. As we see Grocott and Jones going into the pit lane, as well as Matthew Budd and Tim Blundell.
Now this brings Stevie Williams back into the mix, I believe.
It'll bring him to. He'll be pitting. He'll probably be putting on a fresh set of boots and going out and seeing how far he can climb up the order in the last 8 laps. He'll be starting, I believe, 17th in the order, and he'll be trying to make his way up into at least the top 10, I'd reckon, by the end of this race.
Is his truck
As
still
we
playing
see
through?
Jason Holdsworth getting the lucky dog.
He's the only one that hasn't had an incident yet. Stevie
Oh,
Williams,
really?
his truck is squeaky clean, as they say.
Yeah, he'd be a big threat then. Even starting from 83rd or wherever he is.
He's currently in 15th position, so
15th, yeah.
He
Yeah, no, you can
started-
definitely do it from there then.
he started in 5th, so bit of ground to make up to get equal with where he qualified tonight. But if anyone can do it, I'd put my money on Stevie Williams to do it.
Stevie Williams has been a strong contender in the series, won a few races last season. He, hang on a second, I'll be able to tell you exactly what he won last season. I've got it all loaded up here. I've got to get to the right section.
Yeah, those DPR boys are never slow, that's for sure. They always
He
beat
won
you.
3
Absolutely.
races last year, 6 top 5s and 9 top 10s from 11 starts. So Stevie Williams and all the DPR boys are all in the series now, so we welcome them, and certainly a force to be reckoned with going forward, which is it's always great to have the big teams and everyone involved in the series.
Yeah,
And
competition in this league's really come up a lot. It's great.
the good thing
Absolutely.
is the dedication and the effort that every driver puts in across both series is one of the reasons why we've been able to get the series, like the big series that's coming up next year with Motorsport Australia, is it's the dedication of the drivers and the teams that make all of this possible for the league to prosper and also for open racing, open setup and oval racing in general in Australia. It's great.
Yeah, that's it. It's good to see.
Absolutely. So we're going to line them up 2 by 2. We're going green this time by. We'll go green with 4 laps to go. Hopefully
Gonna see
we,
another yellow. What do you reckon, boys?
Nah,
given
I
the
reckon we're
state of the
going green.
race, given the state of the race, I would not put it past to come out into turn 1. We're at the 8th caution of the night. If we get one more, I think that's a new all-time high for cautions at Daytona. Right now, I think we're equal to last year's.
Yeah, right.
Or last season's, sorry. Who do we think gets a better start? Do we think it's going to be Nixon on the outside, or is it going to be Stevens on the inside?
Oh, that middle finger racing of Stevens. He's no slouch.
Not at all. They're pretty quick.
Peter is Connor though.
None of them at the front are slow. You got Stevens, you got Nixon, you got Mello, and you got Malone. They're all pretty quick. You got 2 new faces, then right in 3 new faces right in behind them.
I don't know. I think it's going to depend on how much Shea wants to help Daniel. Whether he wants to try and get onto Connor's rear end, or if he wants to stay behind Daniel and give him a good push. I think that'll be the determining factor off the start. But we'll see. He might want to push him out front and then take it off him later.
This pace car's in. Stevens, you're in the zone. It's all yours. And we're green. Connor Nixon getting a slow start on the outside line. I think he's just letting Che get in front of him, and then he's going to drop down to that inside line. No, he's sticking on the outside. He's wanting support from Andy Malone. Or Adam Malone, sorry.
Yeah,
so Adam Malone and Connor Nixon on the outside line. They're going to get a good run down the back straight here.
But you've got 2 cars coming up on the inside lane now that's going to join up with Daniel and Che, which will give them that bit of extra speed with the SRM boys behind them.
Yeah, and here comes the rest of the pack on the lead.
It depends. If we get someone split to go high, then high line becomes favourable. I think you're running out of time if you want to get down. That's it. Gap's closed. They're stuck on the outside. They have got green coming up to the high line to support them. But right now, it's inside lanes moving. Che Mello, opportunity to come to the outside line if he wants to. Got 3 laps to go here at Daytona. Che Mello pushing Daniel Stevens. Pushing him towards the end.
As we come to 3 to go. Here we go, boys. Here we go.
Top lane's getting formed. It might be a little bit too late. SRM boys behind Adam Malone. Will they be able to get the speed up?
Yeah, they'll be right.
I reckon they're going to drop Connor like it's hot here, I think. Adam and SRM, I think that's what's going to happen here. They're going to take this 3 wide, I think, next lap. As one car pulls off to the inside, his night's done. Here we go, boys. 2 to go. What do you think?
2 laps to go. I think Che Mello is going to come out onto the outside lane and try and get the run.
He'll try and block
once he sees Connor get close enough. I reckon he's going to do that, and they're going to leave Stevens in the dust.
Here we go, boys. Here we go. Gloves are now off.
I reckon.
Oh, he's pushing him.
You ready to take that white flag? Oh, we've got DPR, we've got SRM, we've got Nitro, we've got Middle Finger Racing. We've got them. We've got the teams.
Southern Stars, everyone.
Southern Stars. They're all there at the moment. We're gonna get ready to take that white flag.
Privateers as well.
Once that white flag's in the air, this race is green to the end. Here we go.
Here we go. Final lap. White flag.
Here we go.
The top will be official.
SRM are going to take this 3 wide.
No, it's DPR.
Not DPR, sorry. Sorry, DPR. Here we go.
I think they're all a bit too far back. Oh, chaos happening behind.
They reckon.
Adam Malone's in it. Get back to the
Here we
front of
go.
the
Back to
race.
the
Che
front.
Mello, Daniel Stevens. The only 2 cars you can win it from here. Oh no, wait,
Here we
sorry,
go.
might be jumping the gun.
On the outside, Mintzell and
Here comes the run.
Bradshaw.
Connor
Nixon in
Nixon
5th.
pushing through the corner. There's a
We've
lap
got a
car.
lap car.
Oh no! Oh
Get
no!
out
Car in the middle of the road. Get out of the way, son.
Like,
It's Daniel
and
Stevens, Che
Stevens
Mello.
takes the win. Mallow second, Mintzell third, Nixon in 4th, Bradshaw 5th, Clink 6th, Phelps in 7th, Grocott in 8th, Williams in 9th, and Jason Holdsworth comes in 10th.
You made it to top 10 after the night either.
Jason Holdsworth, yeah, Matty's saying the night he's had, absolute shocker. He's finished 10th.
He
He's
still
come
made
back.
it top 10.
Well, how about that? Daniel Stevens wins for the first time in season 2024, season 2 2024. What a race here tonight.
Yeah, that was a
8
good job by him.
cautions, lots of lead changes, lots of excitement. And Daniel Stevens, come on down and
might
burn
have
it
been
out.
helped him a bit. Might have helped Daniel from getting overtaken a bit, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely a bit in the way, but those are breaks it down. Daniel Stevens burning it down here on the grass of Daytona.
What a race, boys. What a race.
What a race. As we let Daniel Stevens do his donuts here, we'll wait for the top 3 finishers to come join us in the green room. I don't think Minshall is aware, so someone might have to get onto him to get him to come jump into the green room and join us.
I just put a note in the server to say top 3 to the green room. So hopefully they all jump in soon enough, or someone tells them to. We had lots of viewers in game tonight, which is great to see as well. A lot of interest in the series.
Absolutely, a lot of people missed out tonight. It is a first come first serve basis, and we filled up within a minute tonight.
Yep,
so that's great news for the series going forward. And like, if the interest is there, then there's definitely more to do. So yeah, I think that's I don't know who that is burning it down at the end of the road. I think it's I'm not too sure. But they're having a great time. Alrighty, we'll get our second place finisher for tonight, which is Che Mello. If we could, we'll drag him in. Good evening, Che. How are you doing? This is Bryce in the commentary booth.
Good, how you going?
Not too bad, not too bad. So, Che Mello, Super Speedway Specialist. How did you find the race tonight?
Yeah, it was good. I just thought got to try and start the front, once there was about 25 to go.
Che Mello.
How you going, buddy?
Not too bad. So you was up the front all night. How did your race end up? And you were pushing Dan pretty hard, and as I was calling in the broadcast, the Super Speedway Specialist.
So coming into the last lap, halfway down the back straight, I nearly blew up. Go hard or just blow up. That's it. So I was a bit worried. I was a bit worried about 20. I think it was about 25 to go when that caution come out. I was like, if I go in, I'm not going to make it back to the front again. So just stay up there and take the risk. But then a couple more cautions came out, gave me enough fuel.
You done well. So was you tight on fuel at the end?
No. So because we ended up having those last 2 cautions, I think 5 laps to the good.
Nah, he had a really good run tonight. Well done. How about a shout out to all of your team sponsors and friends and family? And the mic's yours, mate. Take it away.
Oh well, I I can't thank my mum and dad. They didn't show me how to race, but yeah. but just nitro racing and Jace as usual. Usually, he's the one who sort of showed me how to race a bit better on all the other tracks. Maybe not the super speedways, but he taught me how to stay on the bottom line from sitting behind me long enough, and yeah. And also United for setting up this league, and all the great people who actually been racing. It's actually been good racing.
Nah, you've helped me along the way too with my super speedway racing, Shay. I think you've pushed me to a couple of wins in my time, and it's we always have fun in the officials. So yeah, it's congratulations on your second place tonight, and hopefully we see you next week.
Yeah, but the one tip I can give people on super speedways is stay on the bottom line until you're ready to win.
That's coming from the super speedway specialist, Shay Mello. We go back to super speedways later on in the season. We had at Talladega, and I think we even head back to Atlanta off the top of my head too. I think so. The two more for the rest of the year, so we're in for an interesting time. But no, thanks for that, Jay.
Talladega is actually it's a little bit different because you're actually going 3 wide there.
Yes.
So when it's 2 wide, there's no. It's a bit like here 2 wide. When 3 wide at Talladega is like here 2 wide, but if it's 2 wide at Talladega, it's very clean racing.
No, beautiful, Jay. Thanks for that, mate. And yeah, hopefully we'll see you next week.
Okay, you see me next week, buddy. See you later.
See Jay Mello there. Let's bring in Brad Mintz-Shell into the booth. Brad.
Hello.
Welcome to the broadcast. Congratulations on your third place tonight. Tell us a little bit how your race went and how you got it home.
Very eventful, actually. Thought it was going to be a long green run, but there was a lot of chaos going on everywhere. But that's Daytona, isn't it?
100%.
Yeah, caught up in, I'm going to say, nearly every wreck, and managed to wheel it from getting 3 odd minutes of damage, come back, stayed on the lead lap, pitted, got rid of all my damage, and managed to wheel it all the way back up to the top.
You've done really well. So this is your first season with us.
Yeah, first season, second night.
Yep, in the truck series. You seem to be getting better and better every week. Have you been doing much practice during the week to get your skills up to getting these third place finishes?
Definitely not. It's a busy week. Got a race car and real life as well, so putting that together and work and everything else. I'm normally weekends is when I jump on and have a bit of fun, but when we do have a bit of fun on the weekends, we do dabble a bit of dirt racing, road racing, NASCAR. We're a very versatile team.
You've done really, really well. So quick shout out to all of your teammates, friends, family, sponsors, whoever you want to have a shout out to for the live broadcast. Go right ahead.
All the crew at Black Hawk Motorsport, always putting in the effort. The guys at Gorilla Gas, we got a couple of American guys on the team that build some ripper sets. Oh, John Bradshaw in that race was the man to be, pushing us all the way to the front. Unfortunate for our second teammate, Power, he got caught up in that post or pre-race wreck. But he gave us a hand when he got all the damage off. He was pushing us about, so it's a team effort, and that's what we're all about.
100%. That's the beauty of super speedway racing, isn't it? If you got your teammate with you, you can do anything. I think sometimes super speedway is like watching the Tour de France when you've got all of your teammates and that around you, and it makes the job a little bit easier.
Yeah, definitely.
No, thanks for that, Brad, and hopefully we'll see you next week.
Thank you. You will.
Thanks for that, Brad. Now let's bring in our winner, Dan Stevens. Dan.
Yo.
Welcome to the broadcast. Congratulations on your win. You was out front most of the night, put it on pole. You've done a sterling job all night. Tell us a bit about your race.
Yeah, she was pretty uneventful for me, really, wasn't it? All the actuals happened to be behind me. I had to keep an eye on my rear vision to see what was going on. Yeah, I actually stuffed it up on that I think it was a second or third to last caution, and when everybody came in, like Stephen went in to go to the pits, and I stayed out. And I was like, what have I done here? And then I thought, okay. I looked at my fuel and I thought, okay, I only have to get to lap 65, and then there'll be my final pit stop, and I'll get home. And it turned out that way.
You done well. There was one there with that lap car that I thought you was going to clean him straight up, but you got around him just in time.
Oh, mate, talk about pucker moments. I think that was my pucker hit a pucker.
Someone was counting your lucky stars, I think.
Yeah, they certainly were.
Went through a whole pack of Crown Mints.
Oh, mate, it was pretty scary, that's for sure.
No, you've done well all night. Keeping it out of trouble, and you put it on pole. Much practice during the week to get that quick time, or is it just more send it and see what happens?
To be honest, I don't really get a chance during the week to get any practice, but I do jump on like an hour and a half before each race and do cut some laps out and make adjustments and stuff like that. So I don't go in raw at all. Like you can't do that. You're not going to get any results if you just jump in and go.
Yep. She's the competition's fairly hot out there at the moment. I will admit that. For 40 trucks, we filled the server tonight in less than a minute, which is a record for us anyway. So thanks to all the drivers out there for jumping on early. Quick shout out to all of your team sponsors, friends, family, whoever you want to have a shout out to. Here's your time.
Yeah, well, first of all, just a big shout out to you guys for putting this on. It's a very good league. I quite enjoy it, and I'm a bit disappointed I can't get to every round because I've got other things happening on a Friday. But big shout out to you guys is number one. Second of all, Middle Finger Racing, good lads over there. Polaris Off Road, Indian Motorcycles, Virtual Car Art, Aussie Signs and Designs, and Mad As Designs.
Nah, you've done really, really well, and it's a shame you can't make us within every week, but other commitments do take its toll as well, don't you? You gotta go where your priorities are, and I fully understand it. So congratulations once again, Dan, and hopefully see you soon.
Yeah, mate, you certainly will.
Nah, thanks for that, Dan.
Cheers,
That's Dan Stevens, everyone, our winner for round 2 of the Truck Series. Next week, where do we head to next week? Next week we head to Michigan.
That's going to be
there's
a
always
great
race.
Yeah.
That produces great racing, that place.
5, 4, 5, 6 wide racing. It's going to be fun.
Yeah.
So, well, anyway, everyone, it's great to have you on the stream tonight. The Australian NASCAR eSeries Truck Series. Our winner tonight was Dan Stevens, followed by Che Mello and Brand Minchell in third. And we look forward to seeing you back on Tuesday night for our race at where we're racing at Kentucky for the X Series. Hope you see you all then. Bye.
See you later.
Thanks, mate.